live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
So yeah, Gronk in the books.
Gronk to the Bucks.
Oh, team, how we feeling? Yeah, how we feeling about this? Did you see this one coming? No, I did not. When I heard about this trade, I said, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
Who?
No.
The party animal,
right?
The Gronkster is coming back. Man,
Jarrett was the one that said no, that he thought he would. I was like, no, I didn't think he would. Like, wait, what?
It's funny. I believe there was one of the podcasts we did in the past where we spoke about it a little bit.
I do remember that. That might have been the one I was on.
I feel like it might have been.
It might have. I think I was.
Full circle
moment.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You could see he in retirement he didn't know what to do with himself.
No, he was all over the place. Wrestling, doing all kind of stuff.
Hey, man,
he's always
retired. Let the man live.
Yeah, go do you. Except for when you slammed Steve Harvey's the bust of his Lego bust on New Year's Eve, slammed it on the ground and broke it. Steve Harvey was a little hot about that.
See, I didn't even know that. See,
I'm gonna send you the clip as soon as we done.
You doing too much, sir. Yeah, go on and play football.
It was a bit too much.
Yeah, you doing too much.
He always left the door open for a return. And my suspicion about why he retired was all but confirmed.
Oh yeah. It was about the organization. It had nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He busted about them. He can't take it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Because that's I think that would raise my eyebrow the other day. It's like, okay, Brady leaves. Okay, he's got enough power to bring this man out of retirement. Mm. So what conversation was had in that locker room when he decided, I'm done playing, I don't want to play for this guy no more, or I don't want to play for this organization? What straw broke the camel's back to send this man into early retirement through this organization? I'm curious to know.
Oh, well, it's called the mad scientist.
Yeah.
Belichick?
Yeah. I think that Belichick, because Gronk is one of those
he does. He sticks out when it comes to he does stick out.
His personality is too big for the New England Patriots.
It's not the Patriot way.
Nope. His personality is too big for that.
And I feel like there were a lot of clashes with some of his behavior off the field. And I don't know this for certain. I don't have no inside info, but I feel like just by how he moves, there were a lot of clashes with his behavior off the field. And I think that he just got tired of that. Mm-hmm. Because to retire one more year left on your deal. Yeah.
Right.
And people killed Lane Johnson when he came out and said, I don't think they're having fun over there.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, it leads to championships, but it looks like it's leading to this next generation of player not wanting to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And Belichick at some point is going to have to adapt.
He's not going to. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Adapt to the loser's mentality?
No, not a loser's mentality, but I would say we'd have to see how the Patriot way folds out with a new breed of athlete.
I just don't think it. I don't see it. I don't see that. The Patriot way is the Patriot way, and it's been the Patriot way for the past, 20-something years now? 20. Right. So they won't – I don't see them drafting too far outside of that. It's like when I look at championship teams, it's a great mixture you got enough good that can overshadow your knuckleheads, right? And those good know how to tame the knuckleheads. Like you got enough of your roughnecks. You got enough of your balance of like, and your good guys know how to balance out your roughnecks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think like their organization maybe can handle like maybe 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 3 or 4 at a time at one time. When they get over that number, that threshold, now I don't know, because maybe Brady was able to, you know, handle a slew of guys and keep a slew of guys, you know, under wraps and under control. And I mean, I don't know.
That's very true though. Like I'm thinking back on teams you had a Randy Moss, but you didn't have nothing else. You always had like that one. You had Aaron Hernandez. Come on now.
But you always had to have somebody who balanced that, like who was able to balance that.
That's why you kept Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola. That's why you kept those types of dudes, because they were the ones that could.
Like they were able to balance out. You got to have somebody that's level-headed that when that dude goes off the fly, coach just look, and that person knows to go. Hey, go talk to him, because I ain't finna say nothing else to him.
Right. Yeah.
You know, go talk to him, because we about to send him up out of here. Hey, man, coach. Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
You know, and it almost becomes that median. That person becomes a median. So I'm wondering. I'm becoming a conspiracy theorist now. I'm wondering who was the median between Belichick and Brady that got lost in this.
Probably Robert Kraft.
Yeah, because Kraft was a Brady. That's
his son.
Yeah,
called him his son. You know.
Yeah.
And
the only other person is Josh. What's his name?
McDaniels. Roberts.
McDaniels.
Okay. Yeah. I get that wrong all the time.
Yeah. That's why they hurried up and brought him back. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he left and went, no, come on. And when do you hear people coming back?
They didn't let him leave the second time.
That's right.
Because you remember he had agreed to terms with the Colts.
Oh, sure did. Yep, sure did.
Yep. No. So yeah, I feel like he's that cushion. Like he played that part in between Belichick and Tom Brady. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how the Patriot way works going forward, though. You know.
Yeah. Well, we gonna see.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
But But
I'm one of those people.
I'm good with Gronk. No, I'm good. I'm just saying, because really we were talking about Gronk.
Gronkowski,
So really Gronk, I'm excited to see what happens in Tampa Bay now with him being there with him.
Yeah.
This team, initially I was like, I don't know if Brady is enough. Only because I feel like an offensive line,
that's gonna be the problem.
Needs to be in place, because he's not.
That's gonna be the problem. That's the problem.
So I feel like
he got the talent, the skill talent. He got
the skill position, and that defense.
He got that.
Yeah, 32-5.
That offensive line will be addressed.
I'm sure it has to be.
They better.
Yeah, it'll be addressed. I think they gave him a lot of power and control there. So the things that he's learned from a business, I'm gonna tell you like this: Tom Brady this year will be a player GM.
I see that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
He'll be player. He'll be a player, and he'll be above the head coach.
It's the type of autonomy that Peyton Manning had.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yep.
And he deserves it. It's fine.
Yeah.
He deserves that. Yeah.
Definitely.
I definitely see him in those personnel meetings. I see him with a lot of control this year. I see him, like I said, player, GM, coach. He'll be wearing 3 hats.
Yeah.
Good thing is he's got a strong coach too, though. Bruce Arians has got his own attitude problems. Okay.
But the people who played for him love him.
That's what I'm saying. So he knows he's not Belichick. He knows how how to utilize what he's got. So like you said, he gonna step back. He not ego. He not, it's gotta be my way or the highway. He gonna step back, but he's still gonna have his back, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah. Because he got attitude. That's a black man and a white man's body.
Oh man.
That's funny. That is
all
funny.
Right. Yeah. Cord. What's up with the Jags, man? What's up with the Jags?
Listen, you know how you always got that one that one house in the neighborhood that's just like they just
they
don't take care of their yard.
Yeah.
Something always going on.
Right.
Even when somebody new move in, it still be the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the Jags. That's the best way I can sum up the Jags. Like you and then you get a good tenant. They cut the grass. They do everything, and then it's a fight between the tenant and the what's name. Then they move right out. It's like you felt that they had a good chance a couple years back. You was rooting for them as an underdog. You like go Jags, and then goodness gracious of life.
And what we were talking about is you're the only minority owner in the entire league. You're the only person of color.
The Serena sisters still in, right, with the Dolphins?
Yeah, but they're not majority
owner. Right.
Yeah. This is you the Middle Eastern version of Jerry Jones and his kids with this. Because you and your children run this. You know what I mean? So dude, like I told Jarrett, my whole problem with this is like as a minority, I don't even care about the owner part. But I guess you don't see yourself that way. Perhaps that's the difference. Because this is what we always talking about with owners in this whole slave mentality thing. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that you want to hold somebody up because you can, that power struggle, that's a problem. I'm sorry, Jerry, you got to explain what's going on. We just talking about
all right, okay. Now, you know we don't know his name. Or we can't pronounce it.
I can't pronounce it. You know me.
In Lord, Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah. There you go. Him.
I'm only gonna say it one time.
Him.
So he was supposed to be traded by the Jaguars, and
their words, not his.
Yes, their words. And so he feels that the Jaguars are dragging his feet. So he got into a Twitter war the other day with the owner's son because he called out the organization on Twitter. And so this is the second disgruntled superstar that we know about from the Jags team, who is really trying to get out of town. And we know last year it was, help me out, y'all. His name slipped my mind. Went to the Rams, got traded to the Rams.
Oh, Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey, yep.
Yeah. So we know about his beef with the organization last year, how that played out. Mm-hmm. And now this young man.
Him. We're going to call him KN.
KN. Mm-hmm. Has a similar beef and has voiced his opinion. And he said that the team is dragging their feet. I expect more out of, I don't know if I should say this.
No.
I said it in the production meeting. I expect more out of the only minority owner in the NFL.
I don't. But yeah.
Well, I guess.
I mean, I don't think he sees himself as that. That's the thing.
Yeah, okay.
So you just see yourself as a rich man that owns some black people. I'm sorry.
Mm. Oh, you said it.
I said it. That's how you treating them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna be. That's how you're treating them. I mean, I could be wrong, and And I'm not saying that I know that for sure, but I'm just saying the way that it appears, the way that it looks, the way that you've handled and conducted business thus far, you have the same mentality as Jerry Jones. And I know, I feel that way about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Like,
I do know before I read the article, initially when we were talking about this, I was saying, I really feel like, it would depend on what is happening behind the scenes.
But
I was like, if the team isn't getting the proper compensation for him, then I completely understand. And then I talked about the player from the Texans. I'm drawing blanks today.
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins. I told you they got a bag of Skittles and a Kit Kat for him. And you can't just operate like that as an organization.
Right.
Man.
So I feel like after reading it and seeing that the team isn't even reaching out to his representation.
And they've reached out to the team. Let's not say that, not just we waiting on y'all to call us. We've attempted to call you.
Yes.
So let's get this done. Yeah.
So it kind of feels like a sabotage, and it just feels like just things aren't being run the correct way over there. And I thought with Tom Coughlin leaving town that maybe some of this stuff would clear up, but it looks like, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
But
Cord,
what more can we expect
out of the state of Florida? It's certain things that I just don't put past these people.
Yeah.
It's just certain stuff I just don't put past them.
Yeah.
I don't,
That power struggle thing is real. That was not even a struggle. The power that people have takes them somewhere so ugly sometimes.
Yeah.
And just even the Bill O'Brien thing, even to bring that back up, like that was nothing but you being in a place of power to make a decision, even if it was a good business. You were hungry with the power, and you could do something about it based on your emotions, and that's what you did. In this situation, I think Tony Khan is pissed at him for whatever reason, and he is just, I'm gonna hold on and make this miserable for you.
Right.
Period.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period. And it's a shame. They should be ashamed of themselves. Really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.